Yeah, down the center.
Yeah.
Perfect. The center
go right down the center, and then you have a crossing or something like that.
And then if two scooters are coming at each other, they can just
good luck. It'll be like Footloose.
It'll be a scooter
It'll be
off.
like the tractors going at each other in Footloose.
Exactly. So
this is the Bob and Mike cast,
where each week we're going to get into some crazy topics. So listen in.
So sit back, relax, and enjoy the conversation. Hey, everybody, welcome to the show. I'm Mike Ismarchik here with Bob Greenlaw. What's up, Bob?
What's up with me, man? What's up with you? Welcome back.
Yeah, just getting back.
Oh, man, look at you. You're all tanned up, ready to go.
Nice week off. Well, if you want to call it a week off. Coming from Florida, from Disney World for the week, 7 days.
I know. 7 days in misery. I mean, in happiness.
In happiness, right?
So tell me about everything you did. Like, what did you like, All
right, listen.
You've been there so many times. Yeah. So, I mean, to find a story, who knows? They're probably all blurred together, but give it to me.
I got some questions. I need to hear your thoughts, all right? So I have some questions, all right? So, and I don't know what, I always notice this, but it seemed like it was magnified this time. What are your feeling about crowds? Like, are you okay in crowds? Like when you go to concerts or, football games, when there's a Michigan Stadium, when there's like a big event, and you're just like, it's pretty tight
People
in there.
Are touching you.
Yeah, are you okay with that? Do you like that?
Yeah, I don't know if I don't.
It doesn't bother you. I mean, you seem like a pretty social guy. Yeah, like, hey, I like to be around people, and I, on the other hand, you are not. I need my space.
Yeah,
I can't. You can't be right next to me. There's got to be someone with a buffer.
So this has got to be misery for you then when you're down there, because there's a lot of people at Disney.
There were a lot of people, and I've been reading reports, all summer saying, hey, the crowd levels are down, and there's not that many people there. I don't know where they're getting this from, but it was just packed. Yes, yes,
that's what you told me,
and I must be invisible, because here's what happened, right? Tell me if this ever happens to you, right? I'm just standing there, okay, in an area.
Yeah.
I'm standing there. I got my big backpack on with the water and the supplies for the park. You have to be supplied.
Of course.
I'll get into that, one day with you. I'll tell you what you need exactly for the park.
Trust me, I watch Big Bang. I've heard Sheldon's survival.
You know how it goes. So I got to have everything just in case, something goes down.
Armageddon goes down.
Yeah,
I get
if it goes down, I'm ready. I'm prepared. Because I'm in a big crowd anyway.
Cash in 4 different currencies. So it's great.
Yeah. But I'm standing there, right? And people will walk into me. They just walk. And if I don't move out of the way, if I don't give them like a shoulder or just a slide left, right, they're coming right at me. Yeah, they're coming right at me, and I don't get it.
Yeah.
Either they don't see me because maybe they're preoccupied with something, looking for something, or they just don't care.
They don't care.
Yeah, it's odd, but yeah. So I don't know how many times I would have to stand there, and there's nowhere for me to go. I have this big backpack, right?
Yeah.
So I can't back, usually like up against a wall or there's, somebody with a scooter or something. Like I have nowhere to go.
Don't diss the scooter people.
The scooter people. Yes. So yeah.
That's
another story.
They go zipping in and out of those people. Sometimes it's like NASCAR. Man. It's great. I love it.
But yeah, so I have nowhere to go, and they just run right into me.
Yeah.
And it happened over and over, and I'm trying to figure out what is going on here.
Wow.
Yeah. So you ever have that? You ever have that where people just bounce off of you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You dealt with that? Where's your most recent encounter where you had someone just run right into you without paying attention?
Well, yeah, not here so much. Like I would say when we went to Cedar Point, it kind of felt that way. It kind of felt like everyone was kind of bumping, but people were just coming out of the cages from COVID, so
everybody was out there.
Yeah. Civility kind of went to the hay at that point. So I don't like to judge too much about them. But I would say previous to that, Europe is very much that way. So in Italy, people just cut you off, bro. So like you go into a store, you're trying to buy something, and you're being like Mr. Nice by staying in line because it's your turn's next.
Yes.
There is no line. There is whoever stands up and says, I got to get going. If he's got time to wait, he can wait. But it's not a rude thing. I think people come across as that being rude. It's not. It just keeps things moving.
Yes, but here, I dealt with that too. right? Mm-hmm. So you would be shocked because maybe because people are coming from different countries, and I'm sure it's different.
Yeah,
whatever country you're in.
And that's where I was going with is maybe the who was bumping into you. That's normal.
Yeah,
behavior. So,
but I could. I mean, what if I started bumping into people? We'd have problems. If I start throwing shoulders, hip checking.
Okay, so you gotta always take things so extreme.
I'm just saying,
was it a violent encounter? Or did they just walk into you?
Because walk into me.
Yeah, that's just because they have no conscious of where they're at. I just
have to back up. There's no personal space.
Oh, then after they bump into you, it's like move, not just.
And it's like, hey, they're walking, and you better move for them because they're not. They're just going to keep walking into you.
Yeah. Because head down and going.
Listen, you're playing chicken, right, with somebody, and you're standing there. Someone's coming at you, right, and you're like, okay, well. I'm going to move to the side or whatever. We're in a society. We both kind of move to the side, hey, let me move to the right. You move to the left, and we both can share this little alleyway.
You move right and he moves right.
Yeah. But basically I'm standing straight and he just runs right into me. He's not moving anyway. He's not trying to dodge me.
Now in stature, not that it matters, but in stature, who's the bigger person in this banging collision? You or them?
Usually me, because I'm standing there, I got the backpack, so I'm coming in with, I'm coming heavy.
Coming in another 60, 80 pounds heavy.
Yes. So I'm there. And
do you think maybe a little course of the irritation is that you got this backpack on?
Could be the backpack.
The survival mode backpack.
Yes.
Bro, you're staying in like Luxuryville. You're on like a
100-degree day and I'm sweating. Yes. And
so irritation was at like 9 out of 10.
Yeah. Hearing the same songs over and over,
Hey man. It's the happiest place on earth to be.
But the
no, I get it. But I get where you're going with that. I mean, I think really what it is that civility in general might have suffered a little bit in recent years to where etiquette is kind of
people are selfish. I'm going to make that blanket statement right now. I think there's a lot of people that are not trying to live together.
Yeah, that's a good way.
They're interested in their own thing, right?
Yeah.
And another thing for you, I had a question. So, like you obviously been to Europe a lot.
Mm-hmm. I've been there once.
Do they respect the lines?
No.
Like when there's a line?
No.
Because I don't know how many times people I'm standing in line, they'll just come right up and
I'm trying to tell
right in front of you.
What'd I just say?
Yeah.
I mean,
absolutely nuts.
Listen, if you stand in line I'm not saying that and please don't, ridicule or comment. Just say that, I'm dissing. I've been.
Oh, here we go.
Lived in Italy.
That was, you did a disclaimer.
I am Italian.
Disclaimer. Okay. All right.
But yeah, we don't have a whole lot of respect. Not respect. We have respect for one another. But when it comes to lines and stuff, we're just like, okay, come on. And normally it's a moving of the tide. Like it's not rude. Okay.
Okay.
But it comes across as rude, but it's not rude. It's
perception versus
you're
reality,
thinking
right?
about something.
Okay.
I don't have time for you to think. I got to go.
Gotta go.
Let me go, get out of your hair, and you can stand and think all you want.
But I'm standing there, and I'm waiting.
Yeah.
And you just kind of act like you don't know what's going on, and you just kind of move up in front of everybody.
But it works. It's a move. I love it. It's a classic move. I've used it, so I'm not even going to bash it because I've done it. How many times I'll skip a line?
I don't know. Hey, I'm looking around here, and I just back into a line in the front of the line. I'm sorry. Oh, this isn't the back?
It's the art of getting into the club, right?
Yes.
Get out of the back of the line. Some people respect the line. Mm-hmm. Some people are rule followers to a T. They'll stand in line no matter what. Yeah. How upset do you get at the people who have been sleeping in their tent for 2 days to get into Best Buy, but right as the doors open, some dude just shows up and bang, he's right in the door. Hasn't slept there all night, just came in fresh. Yeah. Now you're upset.
Yeah. So I would, number one, I would not camp outdoor. Right. Did you ever camp for concert tickets back in the day? Like at, was it?
Never.
Radio Shack?
Never. Never.
Sam Goody?
I've never camped for a product. I've never camped for a ticket. I've never sat in front of a computer and clicked it on refresh 1,000 times. It's just nothing out there is that important. Big on
lines. Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's just not that important.
Mm-hmm.
If I get in, great. Not, no big deal.
Okay. I gotcha. Yeah.
Anyway, so this guy runs smack dab into you. He's faced into your chest. But now, do you get excuse me? Do you get a smile?
No.
You just move out of my way, dude?
Move out of my way, right?
And do you give and move, or do you give him do you drop a shoulder down and say, hey, listen, like, wake up?
Listen, I'm not.
See, I'm a much bigger guy, so usually people see me coming.
They'll hit the shoulder, and they don't really go through the shoulder, but I'm standing my ground.
Yeah, I mean, you're not a small dude. That's what I'm saying. So to run into you is going to be noticeable.
Yeah, I'll stand my ground, but they just keep walking, right? And they don't even care.
So you get no reaction.
No.
But you were reacting.
I was standing there in my mind, but I'm not going to start a fight in Disney World.
I didn't say a fight, but you could say, "Hey, excuse me."
Take off my backpack and start swinging. I mean, what?
No, I did not say that.
Not that kind of person.
No, you're not. You're not confrontational.
Yeah,
but still,
someone takes a lot to upset me.
It does. But once you get upset, though, it's like, oh, geez.
But usually it's justified. Well, at least in my mind, it's justified.
Wow.
And my wife will tell you different. But in my mind,
I'm going to agree with her.
Yeah, in my mind, something has went wrong. Something the civil code has been broken.
I believe that to be absolutely true.
Yes, society has
lost its value.
Yes.
And I'm not saying it for good or for bad or for indifferent. I'm just letting you know. I think that previous civility and respect for how we live is kind of going amok.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it could have been you can say it's COVID, whatever you want to blame it on, but things have changed. The way that people run through society is a little bit different.
Yeah.
Not as much respect for each other.
Well,
that could be my opinion. Well, it is my opinion.
I don't know if it's a respect thing. I hate to say that like that because I do think that I don't know. I think life's better now, don't you think?
In what way?
Like, I don't know. I think people are getting along more. I don't think there's as much. At least that's what I think.
That's what you think?
Yeah.
In the office here, everyone gets along.
Yeah, it's like weird.
It's yeah.
The things that are happening outside of our building and stuff feel very unreal.
If you turn on the news, the news makes it sound like everybody hates each other.
But I don't feel that at all.
It's not the truth at all.
That's the reality of where that's what I was getting at. So I think civility has maybe lost its respect towards giving us shit about things. Like, like you said, guy runs into you. I mean, come on, say I'm smart. Or even if you were a foreigner at the time or from outside, right? Coming to visit.
Yes.
Throw a smile back at someone.
Yeah. Right? Like, hey, there's just a barrier. There's something, but
just something that, at least if you give somebody a look, like, I've done it. Or I've bumped somebody, or I've cut the line.
Yeah, it's
usually
a nice
smirk to say, "Hey, I know I'm a dick." But,
knock somebody down, and I've seen that.
And you give them the look of "I'm sorry," but I did it anyway. But I'm sorry. I'm acknowledging the fact that I'm a jerk. But at least that you get some kind of sense of okay, well, the guy knows he's a jerk. He bumped into me, or even if it was an accident, he smiled and said, "Hey, sorry, I was looking down at my phone." Whatever.
Overall,
I just think people are absent-minded.
Everybody is, even through the whole
maybe
trip,
not civility being jerky,
nice.
But people are absent-minded of each other.
Well, there was a lot of, hey, do you want to see it or let me get that for you? There was a lot of that happening,
So now that's respectful kind of stuff. So I like that.
There was a lot of that for I joke about someone running into me, but it happened, but it wasn't. That's not the norm, right? No. I was just like shocked at how many people would they don't want to acknowledge you.
Like I said, I think it's just absent-mindedness, right? They're just not there.
They're on a mission. They're walking this way.
And that's it.
Get out of my way.
I got to get to that ride at 4:00.
Yes.
Because I woke up early 7 months ago to book this time.
That's what I did.
And I'm going to be there. And if you're standing there, I'm walking right through you. That's it. Good for him, by the way.
I
hope that guy had to get somewhere and he ran right into you to tell you to get the hell out of the way.
Shoulder. I hope he's got a bruise.
Hope he got a bloody nose. You take that.
I have another question for you.
All right.
Okay. You're a scooter guy.
Well, here we go.
Now, not the type of scooters that are in the park, right?
Not those scooters.
Not those scooters, but you're a scooter guy.
Yeah. Love the scooters.
Hell, you could say that 10,000 times.
Yep. Shake and bake.
Shake and bake, baby. I am a big scooter guy.
Yes.
I love my Vespa.
Scooter etiquette, right? So
scooter etiquette.
Now Vespa, do you take it? You don't necessarily have to keep it on the road, right? You take it through maybe like
dirt roads.
No.
Is there another type of road?
Well, when you go through like, can you take
brick?
it through like downtown areas and that type of thing where cars can't go?
No, if it's a barricade, it's a motored vehicle.
All right. So, but anyway, I'm talking about the actual scooters that are okay. So people have them for whatever reason, and I'm not, I get it, right? You have the scooter.
Oh, you're talking about down there in the land.
The scooters,
land of happiness.
And every year there's more and more scooters, right?
Sure, because there's more and more problems.
More and more problems, but the scooters are there. I had to pull my kid away from getting run over by a scooter. I don't know how many times.
Oh man,
it's packed,
ridiculous.
And then the scooters are just going. Yeah. They just go.
Yeah.
They're instead of, hey, I'm looking for an opening, like when you're walking, it's I'm going. You get out of my way.
Right.
And it's
that's a tough one.
It's dangerous. It's
so
dangerous.
The gentleman,
as a scooter guy.
Wow. Different scooter.
Different type of scooter, but you ride a scooter.
Yeah, I do.
You do ride a scooter.
I do. I do. I'm a scooter guy.
Yep.
But listen, I would say that the gentleman in me would say, let the scooter people by, right? You see somebody coming or you hear the scooter, you look back, you have all motor functionality to just slide over 2 inches and let this guy get on his merry way.
I would let that happen. But
I know
if I'm walking this way and the scooter's coming from
behind you
side, because you can't see, I mean, you're crowded, right? You're walking in.
They need a horn.
Yeah, they do.
That's it.
They do. I had to pull my son, out of the way. I'm like, hey, this guy's going to get, he's going to run over his foot.
Wow.
Happened a lot.
See, this is the other thing I was talking about this weekend.
There was no test to ride a scooter. Like you should have some type of license to drive that scooter.
Here's the problem I have with it, right? Most of the time you get it because you got some kind of an injury, right? Mm-hmm. And you're taking these scooters at, their full capacity, so they're humming. Is that smart? I mean, should we be providing all these scooters for injuries and stuff? Like, I don't know.
I mean, listen, if you need to get around the park, I get it, right?
Yeah.
That's the way it has to be. You're going to need the scooter. You have to have them. All I'm saying is
we need a scooter lane.
You need a scooter lane. Yes.
That's it. That's it. Solve the problem.
Perfect. Scooter lane down the center, like a cable car.
No, not even on the center. Well, yeah, down the center.
Yeah.
Perfect. The center
go right down the center, and then you have a crossing or something like that.
And then if 2 scooters are coming at each other, they can just
good luck. It'll be like Footloose.
It'll be a scooter off.
Like the tractors going at each other in Footloose.
Exactly. Someone's going to break. Playing chicken. Going back to playing that chicken. Go play chicken with me. Bring it.
Yeah.
I don't bend, baby. I don't break.
That's you. And you can't, it's flat on the bottom, right? So you can't get your shoelace caught like in like Kevin Bacon. So you're doing pretty good.
So here's the problem with you.
Yes.
Okay.
With me. Okay.
This is with you.
This is the problem. It's one problem. Just one problem. Okay.
Just today's problem with this whole conversation is
okay.
You worried about your kid getting ran over by a scooter person.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
All right.
Well,
which by the way,
especially my middle, he's a soccer player, so you got to keep
trying to save the feet.
Yes.
Okay. But I just got off the phone with my uncle in Italy, and we were having this conversation about how we drive here versus Europe, right?
Yes.
And then I'm thinking about Talladega Nights, or not Talladega Nights. I'm thinking about Cole Trickle when he says Rubbin's racing.
Rubbin's racing, yes.
Right? Infamous line.
Uh-huh.
And
Days of Thunder.
Yeah. So if you're touching each other, that's bad. And that's what my uncle was saying. Like when we drive, we don't touch anyone, but I might get really close to your car.
Okay.
And so their etiquette is they don't panic about that kind of stuff. See, where
until you hit each other.
Listen.
All right. Okay. Go ahead.
Just feel me out. I'm going to go all the way with this. Okay? I wanted to say something else and then I caught my tongue.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
because you've kept it clean so far.
I've been trying. Well, it's clean enough.
Clean for you.
Clean as it's going to get today.
All right.
But no, seriously. So when you get close to each other, right? You're close. Yes. It's fine. And like my uncle was explaining, when you drive here, you have those instincts, right? Just like when you played football, you had great moves, right? You had instincts. You could feel stuff, right? That's basically how they drive, is on instinct. Oh, I'll fit, Oh, I got plenty of room.
Yeah, they know their vehicle, right?
But they just have a.
So what's the difference?
The boundary is just don't touch me, right? You can come right up next to me.
So you're saying that they are fine. Well, they're tighter roads, right?
So they've had to adapt, right? Because of cars and all that stuff, things don't fit. But again, you come here and we have like lanes and markers. And I mean, if someone swerves in a lane, I mean, have you ever seen what 275 looks like? When just one person swerves just a little bit. Now, they didn't do anything wrong.
Chain reaction.
Everybody goes into complete chaos.
Yeah, brakes start going on.
Brakes are on, right swerving. Over, and then by the time it's 5 cars back, we probably got a bender going. All because one guy just swerved a little bit.
There's a panic. Yes, there is a panic.
And everybody panics. The thing that you feel on that is the guy that was probably on the scooter was one of those guys that were like, oh, I'm just going to zip past this kid. No big deal. I don't have time to wait for him.
So you think
he's got a family of 5 cooking
he was
here.
Aware?
Sure, he was aware.
Okay.
And so you grab him, and he may never have even touched his foot. Maybe would have been inches from it. But in your eyes, it was too close to the barrier. I'm not going to risk it. Right.
Yes.
Your barrier was a little bit out. And I would have been the same, so don't. I'm not mocking. I'm just saying.
No, hey, I'm just listen.
And I know when you want to start going after scooter people.
Scooters coming this way, coming behind you. You get a little nervous. And listen, everybody can't be a great scooter driver. No, you trust everybody.
No.
I don't trust many anybody. Scooters are in that park. You're trusting that everybody's going to be.
No. I'm saying you are good to be cautious. Smart. You grabbed your kid because, like you said, maybe the scooter guy is not smart. And maybe he would have clipped it.
Not smart, but just not paying attention.
But maybe that's just like me saying you're in control of your car, like my uncle. You were in control of your little family. You pulled him in. You let this guy fly by. No harm, no foul.
Gave him a little look.
Gave him a little,
Gave him a little, hey.
I'm getting upset.
That was a little too close.
Yeah. But you were aware of what's cooking. And both of you made sure nothing resulted from it. No accident, no bumping, no touching, no foot got run over.
But you talk about distracted driving, right?
Yeah.
There's no more distraction, or there's so many distractions when you're driving through a theme park.
I don't think that scooters should be allowed.
You're looking left, you're looking right, you're up, things are everywhere.
Happening.
So you're telling me that I'm supposed to trust this guy, that he's coming right in the lane of where my son's foot is, and I'm going to trust him?
No, I'm saying that what you did was correct. I just wouldn't get upset about it because you're in your little space and you have to navigate that park, right?
I'm just saying, hey, I'm not getting upset. I'm just saying, pay attention. Pay attention.
Well, I know.
Heads up. Eyes up. Eyes up here. But
the problem is when they're looking, they're not looking at you. They're looking over here, Spider-Man and all that.
And that's what I'm saying. And they're not looking for feet. They're not going to run something over, right?
No, I'm not disagreeing, but you have to be in control of your. I guess what I'm saying is,
you're telling me it's my problem.
You need to worry about you and yours. Scooter guy worries about his,
but he wasn't.
Well, he was going.
Well, he's not worried about anything because he's in the scooter, right? He's not gonna. If a scooter runs into a person,
well, they're in big trouble if they do that.
Yeah, well,
right.
He almost was.
Almost.
Almost
is not hitting.
Okay, all right.
Okay. That's the problem that we have. Seriously. And literally, I don't know.
I don't understand this premise.
Okay. Let me re-explain that.
If I throw a punch at you and I almost hit you, you're not going to be upset?
Okay. That's very, very, off topic, bro.
How is that off topic?
Well, because why would you be swinging at me?
Exactly. Why would you be running your scooter right into my son's foot?
Oh my God. No, he's going to the Barbie or whatever, the princess ride, and you're in the way, but he's got to go around your kid at full throttle. He's not going to hit him. If you just stay on your course, this guy's going to go right around you. You, however, said, little close. So I'm going to pull my kid in. And the reaction was, damn, man, next time, wave. And you get a dude to run right into you because they're not paying attention. They're not aware, and you're in the way. Now, that guy, unfortunately, is wrong. Okay. So in that case, you had a right to be like, hey.
So a guy runs into me walking, but a scooter is not going to run into somebody?
You could.
Yes.
But when that guy was coming at you, I got to know because I know you very well, and I know the answer to this, but I'm going to ask you anyway.
Okay.
At what point did you realize that this guy was en route to hitting you? Or did you not even notice until after you guys collided?
I noticed. I see everything, man. I saw him coming from 50 feet away.
That's what I mean.
Running in my lane, right?
Right.
And I had nowhere to go. It's not like I was not walking at the time, right?
Okay, wait. What lane? Was there a marker?
No, I'm talking about the actual,
were you following footsteps? No,
man, I'm watching the way he's walking, right? He's walking a certain way. Listen, when you walk, right, you see people, they're walking different angles, right?
Okay. All right.
He's not zigzagging. He's coming in one direction, right?
Okay. I love this.
And he's coming this direction. And listen, I got something. I got those pretzel cart behind me, right?
So you're smelling pretzels.
And there's a line, and I'm standing there, right?
Nowhere to go. You got this big backpack on.
Yes. And instead of changing that angle, straight into me. I'm the bad guy?
Wow.
I'm the bad guy?
Okay. Now, the question I have... Hey, Mr. Bad Guy.
Listen, man, I agree with a lot of things you say, but today you're off. You're off. You're way off.
No, listen, I'm trying to put this whole thing together in my head because I know you.
Disagree.
Like, this guy's coming. I know you see him coming.
I see him, yes.
So, I'm asking.
At what point did I brace myself for a hit?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you say, oh, man, this guy's not budging course?
He's not budging. I got nowhere to go.
So why didn't you be like, hey, get the guy's attention?
Let's scream at the guy. Shouldn't have to. What?
You do realize how horrible that sounds. Like, this guy's coming at you. You see him coming. Did he ever make eye contact with you?
No, he's not aware of anything.
So clearly this guy has no idea what's going on.
Idea what's going on. That's what I'm saying. People are not aware. Not aware.
You didn't want to get out of this guy's way, though.
You couldn't. I slid. I gave him the shoulder. Right?
Instead of a full body.
I could have stood there and stood my ground, but I was like, ole. Yeah. But I still gave him a little,
And then he just kept walking after that.
Kept walking.
Wow.
Kept walking.
You've
never come across this.
No, I have. No. I mean, I'm sure
it's happened multiple times. And listen, that time there was contact, but there was other times where I had to move out of the way, and I'm like, oh my God, this person's not going to move.
Yeah.
Like, I'm walking in a certain direction. They're walking in a certain direction. I feel like I have the right away or whatever, I slide. I'm like, okay, whatever. It's a
crowd etiquette.
Magic Kingdom, right? Have a magical day, everybody. I slide out of the way, trying to be nice, and they had no intention of moving.
Right.
So if I didn't slide out of the way, it would have been
bingo.
Yes.
That's horrible, man.
Yeah. Hey,
listen.
That's how it is, man.
I'm not happy about any of the situations you had. I'm saying it's horrible.
And you wonder why I carry this backpack. Survival. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, don't you have something in there? Okay, here's the thing. I'm just going to say it like this. Yes. You got to say something next time. Okay? Here's the deal.
I shouldn't have to.
This is the...
I told you. I shouldn't have to say anything.
I know, but
what do you want me to say? You want me to yell at him?
Yeah.
Yeah? You want me to escalate this?
Not escalate. You don't wait for the encounter, but I will say this personally. I have had people come like they're coming at you. Mm-hmm. And in one instance, it was a scooter person.
Okay, scooter person, that's one
and
thing.
And it's coming.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And I made hey, are we going to run into each other type, and you know me, I'm loud. So if I want to push it, you're going to hear me.
Yeah, of course.
And, they giggled and they went sideways and whatever, went the other way. But, at some point you got to be proactive versus, and be like, instead of waiting for the reaction of getting hit or getting really close, is this guy gonna just be like, hey, eye contact. Look up here. Look up here. Up here. I want to see your eyeballs. Look at me.
I'm going to tell you this, okay? Normally, somebody would sidestep you. Normally, right?
Not if they're not aware.
If I scream at this guy and he was planning on sidestepping, don't you think now there's an issue?
No.
You think that's perfectly fine?
I think if there was a if it was me coming at you.
You're coming at me.
I'm head down.
Yes.
And I'm coming at you. And you do not want to get hit. And you go, hey, and my idea was to give you a little sidestep. My instant reaction would be to pick my head up and smile and move and make that step.
That's you. But you're aware.
Because I would have known that, oh, shit.
You were in the wrong.
I'm wrong. I'm going to run this guy in. I'm going to smack right into him.
But this guy made contact and just kept walking like nothing.
Dude,
so do you think he would have actually listened if I said, hey?
I don't know. Maybe the guy thought if he knew that I was there, he should have got out of my way. Maybe he thinks you're the jerk. Maybe he saw you 50 steps away and was like, well, I'm walking that way.
Maybe he wanted to run into me.
He needs to get out of my way.
And that's what I'm saying. That's the type of person I was dealing with.
It could be, man. It could have been that you caught the one guy that was going to be head down all the way through Disney that's just running it into. Did he run into anyone else in your time watching?
I did not follow him.
Yeah.
I had no interest in following him.
Yeah. Well, hey, I'm sorry that
not my type of person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, clearly he was looking down, so not enjoying his time there. That's all I'm saying.
I hope
he was probably upset.
I hope the rest of his day was ruined.
His kids were probably upset. His wife screaming at him.
Okay.
Maybe the guy was having a bad day.
He was there. Okay.
Maybe he was looking for you.
Feel bad.
Maybe he was looking for you to retaliate so that he had someone to,
see, and if I would have screamed
at
your
ass or something.
And if I would have screamed at him, there you go.
I didn't say.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Yeah, that's what you want. You want me to fly off the handle against this guy?
No, I did not. Let's be clear. All I wanted you to do is like whistle.
I don't really.
Can't
think
you whistle like
violence.
the Disney scene? Isn't there some Disney music you could have played at this guy? Whistle at him like
whistle while you work. Something. Yeah. No.
Like, oh, everyone, look, it's Goofy, even though it's not. Maybe the guy picks his head up and then just like, oh, God, I was just about to run into you. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like I said, maybe the guy I do agree. I think people are completely unaware today. And it does frighten me. Right?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like I said, the driving is nuts.
Yes.
And we're starting to turn into all this. There's no more
driving and all that stuff. Yeah. So he was
it's all
distracted walking,
hand.
right?
Yeah.
All right. So totally you didn't help me out, but
I agree with you. He was wrong. But so were you, because you saw it coming and you're better than that.
Thought you had my back, but whatever. That's cool.
Hey, man. Hey, you are having a bad day at Disney. That's all.
Yeah. Things I have to deal with.
Oh, by the way, did you get a donut?
No. Had enough.
If you enjoy the show, don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review. We appreciate your feedback and support. Stay tuned for our upcoming episodes packed with valuable insights you don't want to miss.